So, hello. Yes, I do have a very bad self diagnosed case of ADD, attention deficit disorder. Now, I have been spending a lot of time in this here chair this morning, but, and you'd think I'd get something done before I started something new. Well, not in my life. My life is different than most. I, Look, purple tape. Let me move this out to my way. Now, I was just outside watering my plants. Although it's thundering to the east, thundering to the west, it's dark outside. We have had this happen before, but then it doesn't rain. So I figured I'd water my plants because they needed to be watered just in case the rain decides to go around us, because that happens. But then I noticed in my flower garden, this one here chicken was in there. Now he was all colored, but in the sun here in Florida, they they fade completely. They just fade out. They just fade. Wait a minute, I gotta dust his bum. He's got like dust in his crevices. He's got a chip up here on his his feather. I went to say weather and fig. No, I went to say feather and wing at the same time, and I called it a fing. Oh. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to paint him. But what color am I going to paint him? I don't know. Do you know what? I don't know what color I'm painting. Let's see. I want him to be painted. Well, of course, his comb and his wattle is going to be red. That's got to be red. But I don't know. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm stuck on this black. I'm telling you, I am so hooked on this black shift. I am like, give me a gallon of that on ice, and I'm going to paint this. I'm going to paint, well, I'm not going to paint his comb. I think I got something red up there. Yeah. But he might become a steampunk rooster. And steampunk roosters are different than regular, you know. I don't know if you have any roosters, but I don't know if you have any steampunk roosters, but I think I'm a fixin' to have a steampunk rooster because I'm painting him. I'm painting this booger, I'm telling you, we're going to get him painted. And then he's got a mate out there too. So I may paint the mate too. See, this morning so far, I did watercolor painting. I've worked on journals, my cinch journals, and let's see, I took a nap, I ate some soup, then I ate peanut butter bread. That probably was, but that was better than going into the hubster's stash of Little Debbie type of snacks. So, and I think later I'm going to have a salad. That's what I think I'll have later. But I swear I get started on one thing and then I go do something else. What was I doing out there in the other room? I was doing something in the other room too. Oh, I changed my napkin holder around on the dining room table because I had a basket for my napkins. But now I'm getting into all of this. I've got a lot of galvanized, like buckets and tubs and stuff, just cool stuff that's galvanized metal. I love that look. And since I bought 2 items at the Hobby Lobby that was galvanized and cost an arm and a leg. Well, not an arm and a leg, really, because they were 66% off in of $1 million, you know. So, and they look so cool out there in my front room with my stuff in them. And so then I got to looking around at all the galvanized stuff that I have in my house. And I have a lot. I got a lot of buckets and barrels and pans and stuff that's galvanized aluminum. So I'm getting it, like finding it and cleaning it all up and making a little bit of a theme, sort of, in my sort of like a theme in my front room. Right now my theme is deorganized clutter. Yeah, sort of like a, that would sort of like be like a hoarder something thing, maybe. But see what I did? Now my room here, this here room that I'm sitting in right now, I can see almost every bit of the floor. I can walk around in here, I can get to things, because yesterday, me and the hubster, my hubster, it wasn't his idea, it was my idea. He just kind of looked at me over the top of his glasses. You know how librarians will do when you're in a library and you start talking, they kind of look at you over the top of their glasses. Yeah, that's what's the library look. And librarian look. So, but he helped me. He said, well, what do you need help with? I said, I'm going to take all these boxes and stack them up behind the couch, and because the couch kind of sticks out like a peninsula in the living room part of the house. And so I said, I'm going to put all of them behind the couch, and some of them in the corner by the bar, and where we can find to put them to where we still have a pathway to walk through. And then I'm going to go through the boxes one at a time. And I'll put stuff back in here as it needs to be put in here, or I will put it in the box that goes to the thrift shop, or I will put it in the rubbish. So, and then I'm going to do one box at a time. That's my plan. But meanwhile, this room is not too bad. I mean, it's not too good, but at least I can walk the whole floor, and I can get to everything that's on a shelf. Now that's already a really good thing. And so that's what I'm doing there. And now the dogs have got a place to sleep too, because under one table I just put their beds underneath one table. Ooh, I hear that thunder booms out there. Yeah, I put them a bed under there. They're in here with me right now because there's thunder, and they like to be right near me when there's thunder because they protect me. That's the reason. Hubster thinks it's because they're big chickens, and I say, no, they're protecting us from evil thunder. Evil thunder. So, yeah, that's why they're in here. So, anyway, as I was saying nothing. Yeah, I get easily distracted. I'm telling you. Now, I seen in the last video I posted, which I posted a little video where I was doing my cinch journals, you know. And somebody said, oh, I like to do them, but I have to finish working on my ATCs first. See, that's what I'm saying. Some people finish working on something first, and I think that's the normal way to do things. I don't know. It's not my way, though, because I don't get bored. I don't get bored at all. I just get something else. I don't know if there's a word for it. So I'm just calling it attention deficit disorder, because my attention goes to something else. You know, there's a squirrel, and, well, yeah, like that. And then I just completely change my route. Get off of Route 66 and go on Route something else. Remember that show, Route 66? Okay, see? This is a black rooster. Black, but because I'm painting him with the color shift, he's black with gold. He's black and gold. Yeah, he's going to be very steampunkish. He is going to be so steampunkish. He's going to be happy that he has a change because he says, I have been me for so long, sitting out in that garden until I faded from the sun. You don't even care. Yeah, that's true. True. He's right. I have just absolutely ignored the poor thing. But see, he's getting a good coat now. I'm going to get some more of this paint. I've already used half this bottle. But I seen this is a 2-ounce bottle. And I saw also that you can get a 4-ounce bottle, but it's like about $8.99. So I'm going to look around though. $8.99 is what I seen it over there at the Amazon. So am I worth $8.99? Heck yeah, buddy. And so I may just order me a couple bottles and say I might accidentally just order a couple of bottles of that stuff. And because I like my steampunk, I do like my steampunk, I do. So you can't even tell that's got a broken feather on it. I'll put it like gears on it or something. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It is. I love it already, just like it is. Oh, missed a spot. How dare I miss a spot? That is not good for the rooster. Not good for the rooster. Oh, man, I missed a whole bunch of spots under there. Let's get that taken care of before the world comes to an end. See, I don't know if we're going to have some rain along with that thunder out there or not. Man, I'm liking this. I am liking this a lot. Oh, gosh. I had that table cleared off right there. It's not cleared off now. I don't know what. I don't know why. I just get so. It's because I'm so scatterbrained. Is that it? Scatterbrained? I don't know. I'm working on this. This is coming out nice. I'm working on that. I found it. I can't believe I found. I was missing this journal. This journal's been missing like forever. Of all places, you know where I found it? On the bookshelf. Who would think of putting a book on a bookshelf? That is the weirdest thing. And I wasn't looking for it at the time I found it. I was looking for something else. A book. I was looking for a book. And I found my journal and I was just very surprised that my journal was on the bookshelf of all places. And so I'm happy about that because I didn't want to lose that one. It's my X-ray journal and it's almost completely filled up with stuff. So it's almost ready to go into the archives of filled up journals. And so I've had that journal around, I don't know, I've been working on it about 3 months, I guess. Not work, it's play. But there was one page I was wanting to show my daughter when I realized I couldn't find it. There was one page, oh, and I opened right to it. See this page right there? Wait a minute here, I'm drying and folding. See this? That page. You can see there's a lot of writing. Okay, that was one of my darkest days, one of my bad days, really bad days. And I wrote a lot of stuff that was really bothering me. But then sometimes you write things that's really bothering you, And but you don't want anybody else to read it. You just wrote it for yourself. So then I went over the whole thing and I drew flowers and stars and I colored it. And so if you still go digging, you can kind of read what I wrote, but you have to really work hard to read what I wrote. But I wrote it. Once I wrote it, it was like it was like a weight off of my shoulders. And so I wrote it in my journal. And then I drew the picture over the top of it. Doesn't have to be artistic like the perfectional people. No, nothing like that. Just draw. Oh gosh, I got it. Good thing I did this because I see places that I didn't know were places. Okay, now I gotta get back under here. Can you see this now that I can hold it up? Do you see that? This is the color shift. Do you see this, Papa? Look at that color on there. I just took this off of the shell on the. There's another one on that. Is it? It's not raining out there, is it? Okay, on the chicken coop that's by the back door. There's another chicken because I had two. Yeah, make sure there's no bugs on him. And but do you see how that black is? Yep. How it shifts to gold? I love it. Okay, so now I have a video going, Baba. Oh, where? Now see, cause see now I notice under his wing, it is white as a Christmas goose. Now I gotta get that painted black, cause we don't want any white. See, as long as I got it dried with the heat gun, this paint dries nice and quickly, then I can hold it and I can see the spots that I missed. So I'll get those all done. Now, see, this would be cool, just like it is. Just like it is. Holy Hannah. I love it. Papa just went out to get the other one because he does have a mate. And his mate is all boy, I don't know, the hubster's going to wake up in one morning and his truck's going to be black, shifted to gold. Yeah, maybe not, but right now the truck's broke again. Oh gosh. So we're on Shoe Leather Express. Okay. There's the other one, see? That's what this one looked like first. Okay, see, I knew there was two out there. Thank you, Papa. What, was there a bug in here? Oh, just a spider, huh? So okay. Ugh. Okay, now put him right there. I'm gonna go down to the corner and check and see if that noise is still in the truck. Okay, he's gonna take the truck for a trial run. I was just telling you how it's I'll do that then. Okay, baby cakes. You sexy thing, you. Um, he's gonna drive the truck to the corner. He said he believes our truck is on the fritz again. Oh, this one's got a chipped wing too. That's okay though. I'm brushing off dust because this was outside. And so then it gets globs of whatever on it. Not bad though, not bad because it's up on a shelf. Made in China, it says. Let me get the dirt. Let me get the dirt. Now, okay. Yeah, so he went to go to the park yesterday, but he didn't. He turned around, come back home because he said something about it sounded like it was missing a cylinder or something. I don't know. Something about spark plugs or yeah, I'm gonna have to really order me some of this. And I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I'm ordering me some more of this black. The other colors, because I got a bunch of other colors too, and those ones I won't use them up as fast, but my black I'm gonna use. So, but I'm gonna search around because I might be able to find it less expensive elsewhere other than I did notice if I go to like the Hobby Lobby, they will give you 40% off of one item. But then I don't know about the shipping. I have to check, see if that like puts my 40% back on. I don't know. But a lot of, oh, I think even Michael's gives you one item 40% off when you order online. I'll have to check because I'm sure they'll probably have the color shift paint. And then, oh, somebody was telling me they bought, it wasn't color shift paint, but they thought it was like the same thing. Oh, Tracy did. She said that she bought it at Target and it was still up there, $3.99 for 2 ounces. And I think that's about what this was. I don't know. And it might have been a little cheaper because I bought all 8 of them at one time. Don't tell my husband that. And that's okay. You can tell him. Because I pay for my own stuff with the money I earn. And I earn all millions and millions of dollars with my crafts. Millions. I'm richer than Donald Trump. Well, maybe not in money. But yeah, I pay for my own stuff. My own play pretties. And my own postage. I have to say that my postage and my money for crafts has not come out of our family, but yeah, maybe I'm lying. Maybe some of it did, but not much. Not much. Most of it I earn from my crafts, so I am proud of that. So, oh, and I even bought a spare tire. Oh gosh, I need to tell you the spare tire story one day. But oh my gosh, I could have killed my husband. Killed him. I had. Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you the story. I wasn't going to tell it because he doesn't like me to bring it up. But my hamster. Well, he's 74 years old, so he's getting up there. And when you get 74 years old, your memory starts getting a little wonky, and stuff like that. And so he also is like so into playing Pokemon. He loves it. And there is something in Pokemon where you have to walk your chicken or something well, not your chicken, but you have to walk so much to be able to hatch an egg or something like that. And so you hatch an egg, but you can't, it won't work. Your mileage won't work if you're traveling in a vehicle unless you're traveling very, very slow. So he gets in the truck and he drive. Now, if you just drive real slow around our neighborhood right here, that's no problem, because we live out in the Goonie bushes and you can just drive slow. There's not hardly any traffic out here. No big deal. If the traffic starts coming, just move up side of the road, wait till the traffic passes, and then get back on the road and drive 7 miles an hour. It's all good. Well, the hubster was doing that and he was doing just fine. But then he wanted to go down. There's a place where there's a Pokestop where he could spin down on the County Line Road, which is down the road from us. And so he went down there, but instead of driving on the road, he drove in the ditch. 7 miles an hour in the ditch. About 2 miles, he went down the road to get to this Pokestop. 7 miles an hour. And so, well, he got his mileage in, which was really good because then his egg hatched or whatever the heck. And so he got that. So then he could have, if he had used any part of his brain that's still working, he could have drove right back home then on the road. But he didn't. He drove in the ditch again on the way home for some, I don't know, I would say godforsaken reason. And so, but on the way back, his truck, the front right tire, left tire, fell into like an edge of a culvert. The grass was so tall he didn't see it, so I got to give him that. He didn't see it. The tire fell into this like culvert thing. Well, instantly, then he was stuck. So he had to, like, he did get himself out by, revving that engine and backing and forth, and then somehow he got himself out of the hole. But the tire came off of the rim. Okay, now think back. Do you remember when I had the auction just a few months ago just to raise money for a spare tire because we didn't have one? Do you think he remembered there was a spare tire under the truck? No, he didn't remember that there was a spare tire under the truck. So he drove home those 2 miles with the tire off of the rim. I'm not kidding. He did. All the way home, he goes, "Well, I drove slow." I said, "But you had a spare tire and you have a cell phone. You could have called us. We could have come down there and helped you, and we could have got that spare tire." As it turned out, he had to take his extra spending money and go buy another tire. Because, see, now if that was changed, if that tire was changed right away after it popped off of the rim, we would have still had a good tire. That tire was almost new. But no, he drove home on the rim. He says, "Well, at that time, by the time he got into um, by the time he got to the driveway, he says to me, he says, "I think a tire needs some air. I think we have a tire that needs some air." I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Yes, did you maybe drive over a snail?" He goes, "No, maybe it needs more air than that." I went and looked at it. I said, "Richard, what did you do?" He says, "Well, the tire's still good." He said, "The tire's still good. We just gotta, I mean, you could see the whole rim. You could see the whole rim." Oh, my darling, I love him. It's a good thing I love him because if I didn't love him, I'd have kicked him to the curb right then. And so, bless his little heart. And so, yeah, he had to go by, and he said, "Well, I said, why didn't you call for somebody to come help you?" He said, "Well, I forgot we had a spare." Oh, jeez. I'm glad he doesn't forget to dress before he leaves the house. So I guess I should count my lucky stars there. Yeah, gosh. My hubster. I love him. He keeps life all of us entertained. Okay, so now he left to go, just now, he's now riding just down to the corner to see if he can hear that problem again that might be in the engine. He used to go to rip an engine apart and rebuild it, but some of his talents that he had when he was a young whippersnapper have now kind of went by the wayside. He doesn't have all them talents anymore. And so he's going to see, he thinks by the sound of it yesterday that it's missing, he said missing on one cylinder, whatever that might mean. And so he said that won't be a bad fix. It won't be a hard fix or something like that. Wow. Now, let me see. Let me look at this and see if I've got the whole thing covered. And I think the answer would be a big fat yes. Okay, so I am going to just let this dry now because I got to go wash this off before my paint dries on there because I want this for my oil paints. Oh, I love this paint. Okay, I love this. Now, see, those were worth, I could have probably sold them for 25 cents at the yard sale. Now, $25. So I'm going to turn this off. Wait a minute. I'm going to turn this off. Wait a minute. Let me wipe this paint off on my dress. Because I'm going to read something to you. I have to read it. I just have to. It's such a hit. Okay, I'm going to look. Um, oh, look, there's even a place in the back to write your own thoughts. World community. That's the last one in here. In this new time, in this new age, We are learning to go within to find our Savior. We are the power we are looking for. Each one of us is totally linked with the universe and with life. This world is our heaven on earth. We are a community of spiritually minded souls who come together to share, grow, and radiate our energies into the world, each one free to pursue his or her activity and drawn together to better fulfill each individual's purpose. We are guided to form the new heaven on earth with others who have the same desire to prove to themselves and others that it can be now. We live together harmoniously, lovingly, and peacefully, expressing God in our lives and in our living. We establish a world where growth, the nurturing of soul growth is the most important activity, and where this is the work of the individual. There is ample time and opportunity for creative expression in whatever area we choose. All that we need, we will be able to express through the powers within. There is no dis-ease, no poverty, no crime, and no deceit. The world of the future begins now, right here, with all of us. So here it is. Now, is that good or what? I love this Louise Hay. She has written such wonderful, wonderful things. Okay, I'm going to let this dry, but then when I get to working on it some more, I'm turning the camera on. I'm going to go clean my brushes off, and I'm going to go wash this, and then I'm going to turn my camera off now, but I'll turn it back on when I get working on Mr. and Mrs. Rooster chicken. Oh, I think they're both roosters. Okay, so they're both roosters. Roosters. They both are roosters, maybe. Okay, that's it. Love you guys. And see you on the next one. God bless.